Yes, and of course, the breaking news from Sunday was that Florida had fired Billy Napier. Billy Gonzalez will take over as the interim coach, but first, I want to address a coaching change that is not going to happen, it seems, as of this week. Florida State University athletic director making an announcement on Monday morning that he is, quote, fully committed to Mike Norvell this season. And then after the season, we will have a, quote, comprehensive assessment of the football program. Michael Alford admits that the results are not up to the standard. And now I think we need to unpack why the decision to stick with Mike Norvell is happening. I think we need to say what are the pros and cons here. So Danny, as we start to look at this, 0-4 in ACC play, late night Saturday night, you lose to Stanford as a 3-score favorite. Is this the right decision to stick with Mike Norvell the rest of the year when you are on an off week? I mean, if there was a time to make a move, you've got enough time. You've got an offensive coordinator with head coaching experience who knows how to run a power conference program. Is this the right move, you think, for Florida State?
Have you guys have mortgages, right? Like you finance parts of your house before?
No.
Or buying a car sometimes, but when you have more of a significant financial commitment to make it, does it take like a day or does it take a while to get some of the paperwork in place to make sure you've got all your T's crossed?
Are you talking about the 30 to 60 day window that sometimes it can take to get all the paperwork through with the pay?
I think this is a smart move by Michael Alford, though, to come out and at least say this, because this to me tells me they don't have the money right now. And I think everybody knows that. So you're kind of like, what are you waiting on? And Bud has said this a couple times, and I wanted to push back on it, but I don't think there's any more pushing back. It's not a matter of if, that it's when. And I do think, like, watching that game unfold, I was like, this is unacceptable. Like, this is not. And it's the latest example of being unacceptable. I thought the biggest game of Mike Norvell's career was the game against Pitt. It was at home. It was a winnable game. You lost that one. Then it was like, oh, they're going to Stanford. This is an absolutely must win. You cannot lose this game. And they lose it. Like, how many more of those games can you go through? So to your question, I think it's a financial thing. I think they're going to try to figure out how to make this work financially. And then somehow, if Florida State can win out and you're in a better position, then, hey, maybe you look at it, you reevaluate it, and you don't make a panic move. I don't understand this rush to fire coaches from everybody. So I think it makes sense for me from Florida State. I mean, it could get ugly. I mean, you're already hearing some of these reports. Players are, mocking Mike Norvell. I don't know if those are true or not. I don't know if it was
That's been going on, though.
Right.
I mean, like he has one pitch he throws. It's very like Baptist revival preacher. How do you respond? Like, even at booster events, he's just very yelly and like he doesn't really have a changeup or a curveball to throw. Like, that's just, he has one speed. And when things don't go well, like, the players laugh about it. Like, that's for sure. How do you respond? Like they got paid up front. They're going to do what they're going to do. I think like you could pacify like the real extreme of the fans by firing him today.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you read that statement of the football program, that should include the AD, and I think it will. I'd be very surprised if Mike Alford's the one making this hire solo. I think you'll have a search committee or perhaps at all. Like that's they may need a little more change than just a head coach. If you pull the schedule back up, Mikey, real quick, I think sometimes you make a change because you want to make sure that you still sell tickets or you still have good attendance. Guys, nobody's going to go to Wake Forest or a zombie Va-Tech team that fired its coach a month ago anyway.
Yeah.
Like, those games suck. You already got all your ticket sales and all your attendance happen in the first half of the schedule with Bama, Miami, and Pitt, right? Wake and Virginia Tech are the reasons why you sued to get out of this conference, because nobody in your fan base wants to drive 4 hours from Tampa or 7 hours from Miami to go up there and watch this crap, because they just don't think those teams are attracted to play. Now, granted, you're not real attracted to play either right now. Because the buyout is payable as essentially a line item spread out over 6 years, you don't need to have somebody pledge, $55 million, right? You need to get about 18 months pledged, but you probably also need to get your ducks in a row in terms of, like, are you going to go private? or private capital. A lot of the programs, what they're proposing to some of their bigger boosters is a bit of like a legacy play in which, hey, they acquire 10% and then they actually sell off, like 1% each at a bit of an upcharge to like the 10 biggest boosters and stakeholder families in the program. So at least you're like keeping the interest of the program in the hands of people who, like have gone for generations and seem to care about it. Maybe that's in the works, right? Like, I don't think you should take PE to pay a freaking buyout personally, but that's not something that would come together in a day, and certainly not something you would have been working on after a 3-0 start, which included the win over Alabama. But also, like, there's no guarantee that he lasts through the Florida game.
I was going to say, like, this vote does not necessarily mean that we're going to make it to the end of the season for that comprehensive assessment. That comprehensive assessment might be very easy to figure out if things go poorly when they get back in action.
Yeah, that's
also, why I think
like
they
other
had to
reasons
do
you
something.
might wait. If you want to, maybe you have some leverage to talk a buyout down a little bit. I don't know that they do, but like that would be a reason why you'd want to kind of continue to do this potentially. Don't know, but maybe.
But he had to do something. Like Florida State had to address this, and I think that's why they put out the statement, which I think is smart. You think they just could have gone on and act like nothing was going on?
No. I right. When you said you had to do something, I thought you meant like had to fire him today.
No.
But like
the elephant in the room.
I was thinking like I would be surprised but not shocked if he coached another game.
That's what you. But he is going to coach another game now.
That's what I said on Nolcast. I said I would be surprised but not like shocked if he did get to coach another game.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any good reason other than get your ducks in a row that he is still going to be coaching?
I don't think Gus wants to be a head coach again. So
not even an interim standpoint?
I would bet they would go to Odell Higgins to do it.
Is this the third time Odell's had to do it?
Exactly, yeah. And he's still around the program, obviously. So, he could step in and do it if you wanted him to. I don't know. We'll see.
Jeez. Tom, outsider's perspective?
Fade in the Knowles the rest of the year. That's a damn certainty. I don't know. It's all weird to me. What do you like? You going back ever since what happened a few years ago, I just feel like there's no spine to the program. Like as soon as anything goes wrong, it never just goes wrong one week. It just keeps getting worse every single week after week after week. And it's just, I don't know. Like I like to troll you guys over Florida State. It's fun for me, but it's getting to the point where it's like, no, there's really no point to it anymore. They're just bad. I would rather Florida State be good than be in this situation, just because when they're good, it's much more fun for me to troll Bud and Danny.
There was, a lot of reporting yesterday, headlines about the conversations that are ongoing with boosters and stakeholders. Our own Chris Hummer wrote on CBSSports.com. It looks like Mike Norvell made it through Sunday, and then his final paragraph said things like, "We'll see about Monday or Tuesday." You make this announcement so you just don't keep doing that, right? Even if it just gets all of that as this headline replaces that headline. You know what I'm saying?
If you underpromise, over-deliver, and end up pulling the string in 2 weeks,
that's fine.
Right.
No harm done there. So
the awkward thing is going to be like the ribbon cutting move in of the new football facility.
Did we talk about that on the air, or was that off the? Okay, that's what I thought. That was an interesting part, and that is still happening, right? Today,
supposed to be this week.
During the bye, or about moved. So,
and that is, and just so I get my details right, so that is a brand new or a revamped football only, brand new football only facility, and
the new coach is gonna love it.
I mean, Mike Norvell's office.
They're ready to go, and he's the one that's supposed to.
This is what we were saying. Like Norvell's office is packed up. Yeah,
it's like as big as my house. Like it's huge. I kid you not. Like the
humble brag.
No.
Wait, with the pool?
I mean, the office.
Right. Well, which part of that though? I don't know. So I think it's probably 2,500, 3,000 square feet. My house is a little bit bigger than that. But the point is, it's a huge, huge space that overlooks the practice field. And it is a palace. It's a palatial players only facility. It is. It is going to be a little bit, the ribbon cutting ceremony is going to be a little bit awkward. Now things get a little bit more uncomfortable, but they already were.
Yeah,
Because you're losing. Like, that just makes it uncomfortable. Now at least everyone knows exactly what's at stake these last games. So maybe that's your pitch to Mike Norvell. If you wanted something, a different message, hey, if you want me around, we better win out.
It's kind of like showing a house that's owner occupied or showing a house that's already vacant.
Yeah.